Hello, families and students. This is Mrs. Sheehan. I wanted to introduce you to an app called FlipGrid to see if this is a tool that we can use to keep your students connected with me while we are social distancing. I'm sending you an email. It looks a lot like this. I'm screen sharing right now, which is a new experience for me as well. But I'm going to send you an email that looks a little bit like this. And in that email, it's going to include a FlipGrid site specific to your child's either group or individual work with me. And what that will do is if you take, and I'm going to show you, if you add, if you go to the site, the specific site for your child and for their group, it also has in the email, I'm going to flip back to that. So that'll bring you to here with that specific site. And it's going to look for their ID, and I've assigned an ID to each child. So for my testing site, I put in 0000. I'm going to go back in and enter that 0000, and then let's go. And it's going to take us to the testing site specific to this group that I'm pretending to start our FlipGrid with. And here it says, here's our topic for right now. What's your favorite stuffy or toy? And do you have a favorite stuffy or toy that when you play with it, it helps you to have fun or to stay calm? Tell us about those good feelings. And basically, I just want to keep our students looped in together and also with me so that we can see each other's faces and stay connected. In that way, we won't feel so socially isolated. So to add a video to FlipGrid, you would come in to respond to this specific topic and add. And it's asking me if I can use my microphone or use my camera. Now, parents, this has to be something that you're comfortable with. So if you're feeling comfortable to allow these things and allow your child to use it, please do. If you're not feeling comfortable with allowing them to do it, that is definitely okay. They are not required to be a part of this. I just wanted to offer it out as an option for us to stay connected. So I'm going to click allow for that specifically. Oh, and there I am. And if I'm going to add a video, what I'm going to do is I can click record down here, and it's going to give me the minute and 30 seconds up here. But before I start, I'm going to, oh, I don't have an example of my favorite stuffy right here. But before I start, I can say, if I want to add text, I can. So I'm going to say, my favorite stuffy is, and the kids would not be surprised by this, if I put a unicorn. So I've got my word unicorn here, but I'm going to put it down here. So the kids can play with this stuff too, just to make it more fun. And then there's other options of emojis and filters that they can use. Let's see what filter we want to use here. Oh, I'm going to be a sparkling unicorn. And then they can add some stickers as well. So I'm going to search and I'm going to add a unicorn sticker. Oh, here it is. And I'm going to add that in. I like to put the little unicorn on my shoulder when I can. Parents, if you think I'm nuts, your kids love it. So we're going to add that little unicorn to my shoulder. So my favorite is going to be a unicorn. And then, so I'm going to think about what I want to say. And then I'm going to press, you're already hearing me, but if I were to record this into FlipGrid, I'm going to click that. It's going to give me my 3, 2, 1 prompt. And I would say, hi, everybody. Just checking in with you. It's so beautiful to see your faces. I'm glad that everyone's responding or posting different things. I hope you're all doing well. One of my favorite things to do is I have some unicorn jammies that I like to come down and surprise my little guys when I come down in, and we be silly and we dance around and things together. So that's one of our ways of having fun with each other and staying silly through all of this. Then when I'm done, I was going to click that pause. I stayed under 30 seconds, which is great. And then I'm going to click next. And that's going to download my video, show it to me and preview it. And then the next thing I'm going to do is take a little picture for myself. Can you hold on just a second? I'm going to take a little picture for myself and click next. And that's going to be my little selfie. I could go back and do that again if I wanted to, but this is just a test run. So it's going to show my name, Mrs. Sheehan. I'm going to say, unicorn selfies, or unicorn, yeah, I'll say unicorn selfie for now, for what we'll call it. And I'm not going to link it to anything. I'm just going to submit it. Oh, yay, look at us. We did our first FlipGrid. And I'm going to click that it's complete. And now it's added to the responses for the group. So if I were to add a response here and then another person was to add a response from our group, then we would be able to see each other's things and be able to stay connected in that way. It's almost like having a virtual conversation, but not necessarily doing it at the same time, which gives a lot of flexibility to our schedules. Like, oh, hey, I think we could probably add into that conversation right now. But it also gives a chance for the kids to stay connected with me and with each other. So there are some FlipGrid rules. My first rule of FlipGrid is that things don't have to be perfect. As you can see, when I tried out my FlipGrid, it was not perfect. And then also, FlipGrid rule number 2 is your parents need to know that you're posting. So if your child's going to be posting things onto the internet, even though this is a pretty secure, we have to have passwords, we have to have a certain link to get into it. Only the kids that are involved in that group should be able to see it. But for the always, I want to make sure that parents know that kids are posting their videos or their pictures to things. So parents, I want you to be okay with this. And then also, third rule of FlipGrid, it doesn't have to show you. So what I didn't show you was, and I'm going to see if it'll let me make another response to this. It sometimes limits us to only one response. Oh, but it's letting me do another one. You can see my little guy behind me as we're working from home. And then, so if I'm going to try to, oh, look at that. I can put a sticker over him. Let's find a sticker we want to do. You want to pick a sticker?
Yeah, can you pick a sticker that looks like this?
Oh, that guy's perfect. You know why? Because our thing was about stuffies and what our favorite stuffy is. So you could put him down in front of you.
That's my favorite stuffy, though.
We could pick a sticker. Let's pick one of these.
Oh, I want to pick it.
Which one do you want to pick? That one? That silly monster guy?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if we pick silly monster guy and I put it over you while we're recording, this can help with keeping things anonymous. And I think we could do that before we record, but we could also do that after we record and we can make it bigger. Now it looks like he's a little monster guy, but we could also, he gave me his little boss baby who we think looks like him. We could put that guy in front and we could make him talk, or we could even just put the camera right on that inanimate object that we want to show. My son Liam at one point had an assignment from his teacher to video some birds. So he was narrating, but he was taking pictures of the birds instead of himself. So those are all options that are good for FlipGrid as well. So what we could do is have these stickers and they could go over
Boss Baby in front of me?
Our faces. Boss Baby's going to go in front of you. And we could go ahead and record that if we wanted to, but we don't need to do that right now. You just saw all the examples. So that's kind of a fun thing to do. You could also pick from the stickers and not the emojis in case your child wanted to give an answer, wanted to be silly, or wanted to stay anonymous. So please remember all those 3 rules for FlipGrid, that it doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to show you, and that your parents need to know that you're posting. So I look forward to hearing and seeing from you. If you do want to participate in our FlipGrid discussions, please just go ahead and follow the links that I send to you, and you can start posting. But if you would prefer not to be a part of that, if you want to just send me an email back, no harm done. It's totally understandable if you don't. But we would love to see you if you do. Okay, I'll talk to you soon, and I'm hoping this will be just a short time that we're away from each other. Take care. Goodbye.